Golden Brews Podcast. My name is Bishan. On the other side, I got my brother Harry.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Let's get it.
Yep, we got a lot to cover today, but mainly we're just going to do the NBA playoffs. We're going to do both Western Conference and Eastern Conference. And one of the games has already started. So the first one we're going to cover, actually, Bucks and Pacers.
Let's go. Yeah, right now it's 23-18. Pacers are winning. Live score.
Yeah, Dame's not playing this game.
No Dame time.
No, he's. I think they're going to hold him out. He's had that blood clot issue. So he's been on thinners.
Thrombosis or whatever it is, I think. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Not Giannis, but Wemby got.
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, this is going to hurt them in game one, right? But
sure.
But you know this regular season series between the two, the Bucks have been winning. What I think they played 4 times. Bucks won 3. Pacers only won 1.
I mean, like we talked about before, it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season. The playoffs are a whole new season, right? You could sweep somebody and then get swept by in the playoffs. So it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah,
it's a brand new season.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I mean the playoff atmosphere is definitely going to be like really strong now. So I mean the players are going to be coming out, and Giannis didn't play last year. He wasn't part of the playoffs, right? He was injured. I think he had like some sort of ankle injury or leg injury.
I think they had to shut him down early.
Yeah, no, I think he was just going to be out that series, and he was going to play the next round, if I'm not mistaken. But they never got there, right? The Pacers advanced. So they knocked out the Knicks in the round after that. But this Pacers team's not much different from last year. They're pretty much have the same starting 5.
Yep.
Whereas again, the Bucks are missing one of their key pieces, Dame.
Yeah, Dame is a big piece to miss in game 1, but luckily they're saying that he'll be back game 2 or game 3. That's going to be a big plus, a big boost for Milwaukee.
Yeah,
but the Pacers definitely have to take advantage right now in game 1. That's for sure.
I mean, it makes sense. Like if let's say the Bucks do win this game, you don't bring him back in game 2. You could let him rest more. You get Dame as much rest as you can get. That's as much as you can buy at this point. And then, when they go back home, bring him out there, and hopefully they can maybe even go up 2-0. We don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a really good series. But, I'm really interested to see what happens if the Pacers win this series, and what happens to the Bucks. And what happens to Giannis specifically? Does he want to continue to be in Milwaukee, or does he want to go somewhere else? Does he ask for a trade? Does he get himself out of Milwaukee, and does he go somewhere else to win? Right?
That's a $180 million question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 years on his contract with the final year a player option. So yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I mean, there's a couple different things here. One of the things is he's eligible for a supermax deal only with Milwaukee, right? So a supermax deal allows a player to make almost $100 million more with their home club. If they go somewhere else, let's say he goes to Miami, just for the sake of argument, he would be losing about $100 million, similar to what Luka is going to be signing for with the Lakers because of Nico Harrison. Shout out Nico. Fire Nico.
Fire Nico. Oh man, did you see last night that shot where AD goes to the bench? I know we're not going to sidetrack too much, but AD goes to the bench with the injury late in the fourth quarter, and the camera guy goes straight to Nico's face, and Nico knows the camera's on him. He's doing that side eye. I'll actually pull that up, but while I do that, why don't you give your thoughts on that?
I mean, everyone out there, when you're kind of being watched, right? Like there's some eyes on you or something, and you're kind of like, oh my God, what do I do here? What do I do? But I mean, it wasn't just, one person watching him. It was pretty much like 50 million people watching it. Probably it's crazy. But man, that situation in Dallas is just tumultuous. I feel super super bad for Nico Harrison, but I mean, hey man, you reap what you sow, right? So you just gotta let it go.
Here we go.
Damn.
Oh man, this is so good. This is so good.
That's just jokes.
I from our Golden Brews account, I tweeted out yesterday. Where was it? Here it is. It was his response to his defense wins championships. Nico put the rest of his career in the hands of the most fragile athlete in the NBA, AD.
Street close, according to Stephen A. Smith. Street close.
Good, so good. Yeah, I mean, Nico, I don't know how much more life he has left in with the Mavs. It's maybe one more season. They give him the benefit of the doubt. They bring back Kyrie next year, and then we see what happens with the Mavs. But it's funny. Klay Thompson was actually asked after the game, what would he have made a different decision had he known what was going to play out this year? And he's like, don't ask me that or something. It was a funny response, dude. Come on.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna have an overhaul in the offseason, definitely. But let's jump into this Bucks and Pacers. What are you thinking here? I mean, this is a completely different series from a year ago. Giannis is one of the best players in the world. Who do you got here, man?
I think the Bucks are going to pull it out, but I think it'll take probably 7 games to do it. I think the Pacers will have a really good team. They're going to they play really good defense, really good team defense, and given Dame's not going to be available until later on in the series, I think the series probably goes to 7. I do think the Bucks pull it out, but man, this Bucks team is just different from that team that won the championship. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if the players aren't just as talented as they were back when.
Yeah.
But I think that if they don't get it done this year, at least if they don't make a deep playoff run, they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? And they're not competitive. I think they're going to blow it up. I think you're going to see Giannis go to the front office and say, hey, if you guys can't get more talent in here, I'm walking.
But let me ask you though, if he walks, how do you attract people to Milwaukee? How do you tell people to come play Milwaukee? That's a tough market, man.
Yeah, it's a tough market.
They drafted Giannis and they got a freaking gem. Later on in the first round, a very raw player, but who's turned into one of the greatest players I think I've ever been able to witness. But it's tough. But I mean, what do you do there? Who do you go after? If you let him go, right? Yeah. What are you bringing back?
Yeah, I mean it's tough. I mean, what are you bringing back? You're probably going to want to get a lot of picks. You're going to have to build from the ground up again. I mean, look, Giannis got you a championship. That's great, right? If you can attract talent, you might as well trade him while he's still in his prime, right? To get the most back.
True.
Right.
True.
So, I think you got to make a tough decision here, right? If you have a small window where you can try and get another big name player to come over and help Giannis compete, and if that window closes, you got to move on. You got to trade him. It's that's it.
Yes, truth.
That's all she wrote. But yeah, this series. Let's see what happens. I think it's probably one of the most watched Eastern Conference series. The other ones, we'll get to those, but they're not as competitive. I think this one's going to be super competitive. So, all right.
I think so. I mean, you chose Milwaukee in the series, right? If I'm correct.
I chose the Bucks. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pacers on this one. To be honest, the Pacers are different when it comes to the playoffs. Regular season, they're decent, they're good, middle of the pack kind of team. But for some reason, last year they were like the Cinderella story, going all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, it's very difficult to beat a team like the Celtics who went on to win the championship. But Tyrese Halliburton, man, that guy's pretty special.
Yeah.
So for sure, I think every time he steps on the court, you have a chance, you have an opportunity to win. The Pacers definitely have to get off to a fast start. They have to win both games at home right off the bat, and they need to steal one in Milwaukee, and then they're okay.
Yeah, I like Carlisle too. I want, he's been a really, really solid coach
for sure. Yeah,
every stop he's had, even
this is second stint too with the Pacers. Remember, he coached them when they had the Malice in the Palace, wasn't it? I think he was the. I think he was. I think he was the coach. Yeah.
Was he really? Wow.
Yeah. And then he went to go coach Dallas after that. Coaching Dallas to a championship too. So. Yeah, he was. I'm pretty sure he was the coach of the Malice in the Palace. Remember watching that, you and me?
Man, that was crazy. I watched that live. We watched that live.
Like, we watched it live. Yeah, it was weird. It was like a Thursday night or something like that. But ESPN back in the day, they didn't give,
But man, I'll tell you something. That Pacers team, Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, who am I missing here? Jackson. First name, not blanking on it now, but Steven Jackson.
Jackson. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ron Artest. Dude, Reggie Miller was still on that team, I believe, right?
He was, dude. That team was solid.
Oh my!
That team was really, really good.
Anybody out there that got to watch that, please, send us some of your takes on X. We'd love to hear it. Man, that was a special game to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, both teams were just tough, right? The tension was high. I mean, Ron Artest is one of the toughest dudes to ever play in the NBA. But Ben Wallace coming over and the way he shoved him, I think that I've never seen Ron Artest back down.
Yeah,
and I think maybe he didn't have maybe it was a delayed reaction because he goes and lies on the bench, and that's when he gets the cup thrown at him, and then just goes into the stands. And I think what he wanted to do to Ben Wallace, he took it out on the fans, right? And then obviously, things just blew up from there. But we're not going to. Let's talk about that, and let's talk about the Pistons when we get there.
Let's jump into Clippers Nuggets.
Yeah. Okay. So, man, this Clippers team. Wow. I mean, last 10 games, 9-1. Only loss was against the Cavs, who are leading in the Eastern Conference right now.
Yeah.
They are playing really good ball. They beat the Warriors in the was it the last game? It wasn't even the play-in tournament. It was literally for a higher seed, right? It was. I mean, they didn't end up playing the Lakers, but the Warriors would have. But wow, I mean, they're playing really good ball. Kawhi looks like Raptors Kawhi, championship Raptors Kawhi, and Nuggets are. I mean, they're dealing with a lot, right? They lost their coach, a lot of internal turmoil with like the GM leaving as well. I mean, you got videos on X and like other places where Jokic is actually coaching the team. He's doing the X's and O's. I mean, not saying he can't do that, but I don't know what to make of this series. But I'll tell you this: I am super excited. What are you most excited about?
This is definitely a true 4-5 series. Either one of these clubs could make it. Honestly, they are so evenly matched here. I think the talent that the Nuggets have coming off, multiple playoff runs. Jokic is one of the greatest big men I think we'll ever be able to see. His game is weird though. It's just I don't understand it. But that being said, the Clippers, man, they're just on right now. Yeah. And I read something yesterday about Tyronn Lue talking to Ben Simmons of all people. he told him he wants him to be aggressive. He wants him to go out and play like he played in his first couple seasons when he was drafted. Just don't be afraid of making mistakes. Get out there, be the player that you were drafted to be. So so high, right? There's nothing to lose here. It's just everything to gain. So, the Clippers right now, man. I might be going to Game 3 or Game 4 in the series, so that would be kind of fun to watch. I'd definitely love to give a perspective there. But
that would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, this one right now, man. I'll be honest. I think I'm going to go with the Nuggets in this, just because I think the recent playoff success that they've had. Um, I take that into consideration over everything else. What about you? What do you think?
I think I'm going to go with the Nuggets as well. I love Kawhi. I think he's playing really good basketball, but he's been injured the last couple seasons. I don't know how he's going to hold up in the series. If he goes down, the series is over quick.
Yeah.
Jokic, man, he is the best player in the NBA. I don't care if you don't like the way he plays or his game, his style, whatever. He dominates it. He dominates it without having an all-star teammate. He dominates it himself. And I can only imagine if he was on a team that actually had some all-stars, what he would do. I mean, what his stats would look like. I mean, his points would probably come down, but assists? I mean, he might average 20 assists a game.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? I'm just thinking about it now. He reminds me of a bigger and, of course, better version of Pau Gasol. Just the way that Pau could see the floor. But man, Jokic is just.
I would say
a unit.
I would say Pau Gasol is not even a poor man's Jokic. I'm sorry, Jokic is an MVP like we've never seen before in the NBA, and he's doing it every year. Like this guy is dominant. I think the one thing I do want, the one thing I do want to see though is when the game's on the line for the Nuggets and they need to make a play. Can Jokic deliver?
Yeah. This is the this is one of the biggest tests for him as far as the first round goes. Last few years it's been a no-brainer. They're always taken to win against their opponent in the first round to move on. So this year, losing their coach or firing Michael Malone, they got I believe his name is David Adelman coming in. And that's Rick Adelman's son. You remember Rick Adelman from the Sacramento days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Those Kings teams should have been in the finals. But
they should have.
The Lakers, if they were in the Eastern Conference, they would have been in a lot more finals.
Yeah. Robert Horry tore their hearts out one too many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty much like going up against Jordan. Chris Webber, man.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy that back then it was the Western Conference dominated the NBA? You had San Antonio Spurs, you had the Los Angeles Lakers, you had the Portland Trailblazers, and you had the Sacramento Kings. And anybody coming out of the East, it was like it was going to be that was it. Like you're not going to compete. I mean, okay, you had Indiana, right? You had the Nets. Like Jason Kidd's Nets got there several times, right?
Yeah, they were a great team. Byron Scott was their coach. They played great, man.
76ers. I mean, I love Allen Iverson, but man, they just could not surround him with any talent.
AI, man, he was special. Yeah. Special. If he had one or two other guys, on that team with him, I think. Remember, he had a teammate. Was it Snow or something like that?
Eric Snow.
Eric Snow. Yeah. So, man, he single-handedly won. I think it was Game 1 against the Lakers in that playoff series, in that championship series.
I don't remember. That's really good on you for remembering that. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
I do remember Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue, who coaches the Clippers right now.
That was crazy. He just looked at him too. Just stepped over and looked at him. That was funny.
Oh man, that was bad.
Speaking of stepping over somebody and just staring them down, how about the Pistons and the Knicks, man? What do we got
man.
here?
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad we're jumping into this. This is the third game on the slate for Saturday. Isaiah Stewart is a bad man, and he's about to be on national television, and he's going to let everyone know who he is, who the Pistons are. They're going to bring it. They're going to bring that defensive intensity. I think the talent still sits with the Knicks to get this done.
Yeah.
They still have it all, but they're going to need some grit. And I think they have the antidote to that. They have PJ Tucker. That was a huge pickup. He's going to bring a sort of backbone and grit that they don't necessarily have or had before bringing him in. Yeah.
They definitely needed someone like PJ, and him coming in definitely has kind of solidified, like you said, the backbone of that team. But Isaiah Stewart versus PJ Tucker, talk about storylines. This is it. Like what else do you want? This is a first round series.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it gets any better than this. A lot of you guys out there, I'm sure, everybody talks about the big teams, right? You got the Celtics, you got the Lakers, the top teams. But if anybody out there has watched any of the Pistons games or any of the Knicks games, this is gonna be a freaking series. Like I'm telling you, it is gonna be awesome. It is gonna be. I think it can go 7-7. Honestly, back and forth for sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when they have to go down to the Palace of Auburn Hills, like that is going to be an incredibly tough place to play and win. Sorry.
Well, I don't think they play at the Palace anymore. I think they.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they left it.
It's still the same crowd, though.
You can move the people from the Palace, but you can't take the Detroit out of the Detroiters.
No, you can't. You can't. Oh man. Okay, so I've been thinking about this since yesterday. The Knicks last year had Hartenstein, who's now playing with the Thunder as their starting center. They had DiVincenzo, who's playing with the Timberwolves as part of the trade for Cat. And they traded for Mikal Bridges, right? That was one of the acquisitions they made. Okay. I think you had to make the Cat trade, right?
Yeah.
Like, you traded away Julius Randle, you traded away DiVincenzo, which sucks, even though DiVincenzo was like probably the heart of that team last season.
He was great on that team.
But Hartenstein, let me ask you, if you're the Knicks GM, right, knowing what you know right now about Mikal Bridges, about Hartenstein and how he's been playing with the Thunder and how he played with your team in the playoffs last year, right? Getting all those second chance points, all those offensive rebounds. Do you make that trade? Do you? I mean, they sold a farm for this guy. They sold a lot. They sent a lot of pieces for Mikal Bridges.
Tons. Like, look at the trade that they made as opposed to the trade that the Lakers made. I mean, you're talking about Luka is by far a greater player than Bridges, right? But they sold the farm, like you said. I mean, going back on it now, of course.
I'm just gonna say the trade, like what exactly it was, because I don't remember. I just remember it was a lot. Okay, so the Knicks got back Mikal Bridges. They got Keita Bates Diop, 2026 second round pick, draft rights to Juan Pablo Valle. Now the Nets, right? Bojan Bogdanovic, Mamadi Diakite, I can't say his name. Shake Milton. Okay, here, this is where it gets really good. Unprotected first round pick in 2025.
Very important.
Unprotected first round pick in 2027.
Wow.
Unprotected first round pick in 2029. Unprotected first round pick in 2031. Unprotected pick swap in 2028. top 4 protected 2025 first round picks via the Bucks, second round pick in 2025. Are you kidding me? For a guy, how many All-Stars does Mikal Bridges have?
Who does this trade remind you of? This reminds you of Sam Presti with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Sam Presti is going to run the next 10 years of the NBA draft, by the way. But this is unfreaking believable. That is the type of trade you make for a player like Luka. Nico, if you're listening, I'm sure you're listening too. That's what you should have got. Okay? Yeah. You should have taken over the Lakers' next 10 years of drafting.
100%. 100%.
I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, like you said, your original question was, would you go back knowing what you know now? Of course. That team last year with the Knicks, they made a really good playoff run last year. I mean, yeah, they ran into a buzzsaw, but that happens. But it's all about building a culture, right? You can't build a culture in the NBA if you're constantly changing your team. Why were the Los Angeles Lakers a dynasty, years ago with Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant? The guys that they had, the role players that they had, they kept them. They didn't, jump and go and get different guys. They had a team, they ran it back, and it was consistency.
I mean, that's final offense, right? I mean, it takes a while to get that offense down. You had Derek Fisher, you had Rick Fox, you had Robert Horry. I mean, I'm just trying to think of. I mean, they have a bunch of different power forwards. I mean, you had Horace Grant for a bit. You had who's my guy? Mark Madison.
Mark Madsen, baby. Mark Madsen, the purest, man.
Oh,
his dancing.
He was great. He was great. But yeah, this trade, I think this is going to set the Knicks back.
Yeah. This is one of those trades, man, that it has tons of implications here. You can really, really do damage here to your club for the next few years. But winning cures everything, though. So they're in the playoffs. They're the 3rd seed. If you make a run, who knows, right? So. Let's see. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Was it today? Is today? Yeah. Yes, today. Sorry. In their matchup today. So let's see what happens.
You asked me, like, what does this trade remind you of? It reminds me of the Celtics when they traded away Pierce and Garnett in their twilight years to the Nets.
Yeah, that was something.
And the Nets gave up a lot of picks. You know what those picks turned into? They turned into Jason Tatum, and they turned into Jaylen Brown.
You want to know the reason why the Nets made that trade?
They wanted to win. No, and it was, I think their owner at the time was
Prokhorov or whatever his name is, the Russian guy.
Yeah, I mean, he sold the team now, though, I think.
Yeah, he sold it.
Yeah.
So the reason being is they had a new arena, the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
They needed to sell season tickets, right? What better way to sell season tickets is to have a box office team, right? So on paper they looked great.
Yeah.
When you put them out there on the floor, they look like a bunch of old guys that were past their prime. So, the Celtics they made out. Danny Ainge is probably one of the few GM presidents out there that I've been able to witness that I don't think there's anything that he's done that I second guess.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry. A shout out Danny Ainge. You did help supply Luka Doncic to the Lakers. So Danny, forever in your debt. He didn't know. Did you hear about this story?
He didn't know it was Luka because knowing Danny, he probably would have been like, "Let me sell you the farm." Because right? I mean, but anyways, let's jump into Timberwolves and Lakers now. Because before that, let's back up. Pistons Day. Who do you got? Make your pick.
Man, this is gonna be a series. I believe in the Pistons in this one. JB Bickerstaff, he's got that team rolling. They're playing super, super awesome.
You changed it up. Yesterday, we were talking and you said you were going to go with the Knicks.
Yeah, but I got a little passionate talking about the Malice at the Palace. So you know, after that,
Oh man,
you can't fault me there. So Detroit, let's get it. How about you? Who are you thinking?
I mean, I think the Knicks just have too much talent. Like, I think that in terms of the best players in the series, they have definitely 1 and 2 Towns and Big Body Brunson, right? Yeah. You can make the case for OG Anunoby, who's been playing when he wants to play. This guy plays like prime Kawhi Leonard. I mean, it's insane. Like
when he wants to play.
Yeah, it's insane. I guess it just depends on who's in the crowd. That's been something going around. Anne Hathaway was in the crowd, and there was another
celebrity.
It's another celebrity, and he looks at the screen, and then he just goes off. Like,
but by the way, please don't tell my choice to my sister-in-law. She's a Knicks fan, and
she's not going to be happy about that. She heard you. I think. She heard you. She's.
Oh no! Oh no!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, I'm going to take the Knicks in this one because I'm also scared of my wife, who is a Knicks fan again. But yeah, I think that realistically they have way more talent. I think this series is probably going to be 6 games, and yeah, I don't think it goes 7.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's going to be fun. So tonight's matchup, the Timberwolves come to LA to take on the Lakers, who many are picking to go back to the finals.
So
yeah, this is Anthony Edwards versus Luka. I mean, who's the face of the league, right?
I want to say the last time the Lakers and Timberwolves matched up was when the Lakers had Kobe and the Timberwolves had KG. And I'm reminded of my dad. God damn.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man.
Oh my goodness. They were the number 1 team. The Timberwolves were coming into that series. Latrell Sprewell, I think, was on that club.
Sam Cassell. Olowokandi was the center.
Michael Olowokandi. They were loaded.
First round pick right there. LA Clippers.
First pick, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I think since
MVP KG. MVP KG. Trenton Hassel was the 2 guard playing Kobe. That guys was one of the best. Troy Hudson was backup point guard. I remember that team. That was a good team.
That's a good team. That's not this team. Sorry. That's not this team. The Lakers are coming into this series with 2 superstars. And one in the making. So let's. I mean, you already know I'm biased. Lakers at 5. Lakers at 5. That's how we do. But I want to know your thoughts on this though, because you're the ultimate Laker hater. So I want to know who's the top 4 players in this series.
Yeah, I think Luka's 1. Anthony Edwards is 2.
Yep.
Hate saying this. LeBron is 3. Cannot not give LeBron that. I give Julius Randle 4.
You're terrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but he's gonna have to play well, and he has been playing pretty well.
He's not the 4th best player on this club, but okay, keep going.
I guess Reeves, but I don't know.
Reeves, baby. Austin Reeves.
I don't want to say it, but
it's Austin Reeves, man.
Yeah. Austin Reeves is balling out. He's
balling.
Yeah. Okay. You want my thoughts on this series?
Please.
I want to go back in time to last season when the Timberwolves were not picked to go where they went, right? They reached the Western Conference Finals. They played the Nuggets, right? Was it the Nuggets, or was it?
I think they went up against the Nuggets.
No. Sorry, they went up against the Mavs. Sorry, they beat the Nuggets in the second round, right? that was a shocker. I think everybody. I want to talk about the Nuggets series. Everyone was sleeping on them. All right.
Yeah.
Nobody expected them to go up 3-0.
Yeah.
Which they did, right? I believe they went up 3-0 in that series.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about Anthony Edwards being the next MJ, which I don't like, right? And being a Michael Jordan fan, that's just, come on, that's stop that.
Disrespectful to make a comparison like that, of course, yeah.
But I could see why they were trying to make that comparison, because I mean he's got all the talent in the world, right? But and he does talk a lot, which the media loves, right? You want a guy that can talk and then back it up on the floor, which he does, right?
Yeah, he's
Which
a very passionate player for sure.
His gas tank ran out, right?
Yep.
So towards the end, right? But like in the first couple rounds, the first 2 rounds, he played well. It was that third round series. I guess he just wasn't ready for the playoffs, and his body wasn't ready for the playoffs, and his body wasn't ready for what it demanded of him. So back to the Lakers series. I think the Timberwolves are a very good defensive team.
Yeah.
And they've been known for their defense, and they're going to play really good defense on the Lakers. And I think that I mean, obviously, if I think what's his name, Luka's going to attack Gobert like he did, last year, where he averaged like 34 points a game or something with the Mavs. I don't know. I think Luka's also a liability on defense. They're going to attack him. Edwards is going to look for him on defense.
You know what the best defense is?
A better offense.
100%. Let's go.
Yeah, true. I mean, they're going to have to put up points against the Lakers. Lakers do put up a lot of points.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. I really want to make the case for the Timberwolves, but it depends on what team shows up, right?
Well, in the playoffs, you got to understand. Like we've talked about this before. It's a whole different series, right? It's a whole new season. I can't say that enough. It is different. There's people that are made for the playoffs, and there's people that are made for the regular season, right? Luka is made for the playoffs. If you look at his numbers, they increase when it goes to the postseason. Like he's doing things that the greats did.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I'm not putting him in there. You have to win championships. You have to win, at the biggest stage to be compared to these people. So I'm not doing that. But what I'm saying is his trajectory is that of greatness. So anytime you could put out LeBron James and Luka Doncic on the same floor, I mean, how can you bet against them?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I don't think I've never seen 2 guys that good on the same team.
So the Timberwolves have Anthony Edwards, and then after that, we don't know who's going to step up offensively. They're going to need somebody to step up. They're going to need either Naz Reid to step up, Jaden McDaniels to step up, or DiVincenzo off the bench, right? I mean, they're going to need someone. They're going to need a 2, and they're going to need a 3 because Reeves and LeBron are going to get theirs, right?
Yeah.
And you want to hope Julius Randle can step up and kind of, I guess in a way, whatever LeBron puts out, he can just cancel that with his play. Which is I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but somebody's going to have to step up and play offense here.
Julius Randle is interesting. There's a lot of storylines out there. One of which is, him being drafted by the Lakers, coming out of Kentucky. So this might have a little personal touch to it for him. And he could be an X factor here in this series. He has the ability to score a ton of points, especially knowing that Jackson Hayes is going to be down low for the Lakers, and so Jackson Hayes has been playing well, but Julius Randle is a big body. He's been in the league for almost a decade, I think. So he knows
Hayes is not a starting center. He should be coming off the bench, but you guys have no one. You have Alex Len, who you picked up in hopes that he would be your answer to whatever the center position you need from like as in like Luka likes to throw lobs. Jackson Hayes, yeah, he's going to give you maybe like 1-2 dunks per game, but you need a center. That's why you tried to go out and get the Charlotte guy, right?
All I'm hearing from you is little peanut butter and jealous. That's all I'm getting from you right now. So I mean,
I guarantee you,
as a Celtics fan, I would be peanut butter and jealous too if I didn't have Luka. I get it. It's okay.
Listen to me. Listen.
Calmate.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you that Jackson Hayes is not on the Lakers next year.
Oh my God, he's going to be on the team next year.
Nope, he's gone.
Oh, for sure he'll be on the team.
Starting center next year.
He won't be a starter, but he'll still be on the club. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I think they're going to make some changes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rob Pelinka got that big contract, right? Did you see that?
Rob Pelinka, man, yeah. He got a nice new contract. He's actually got a bump. His title now is president of basketball operations for the Lakers.
That's what happens when you Ocean's 11 the Mavs, Nico.
That's pretty good, actually. I like that. Yeah, Nico. I don't know. Hey, Nico, if you need a job, I'm sure the Lakers will give you a job, man. For sure. You have Nico. We love you out here in LA. We do. We're forever indebted to you. Anytime you need a job, you need a position, call up Rob. That's best for him.
I feel like they should applaud him every time they see him, and they should like the camera guys in the Lakers stadium should just go to find Nico and just everyone just applaud him.
If the Lakers win a title this year, I think Nico gets a banner. I think Nico will get a banner.
Send him a ring. Send him a ring. Send him a ring.
Send him a ring. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Really fun matchup. Well, all right. Give me your prediction. How many games and who's winning?
Lakers in 5, baby. Lakers in 5. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get it. Come on.
Unbiased. I am a Celtics fan, unbiased, trying to be. I have the Lakers in 6. Yeah.
You heard it here. Celtics fan picking the Lakers. There you go. That's it. My brother sitting across from me there, way back when. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a little story time here. For those of you,
much time. We got to keep going.
Yeah. Well, prior to him being a Celtics fan now, self-appointed, he was a Chicago Bulls fan, like many of us watching.
Everyone was a Chicago Bulls fan.
Okay, cool. Once he left Chicago, he retired. Yeah. My brother proceeded to become a Lakers fan, and
Who retired? The GOAT?
The Michael Jordan, yeah.
The GOAT.
Once Michael Jordan came back to the Wizards, my brother jumped over to the Wizards. Never since has he ever watched the Wizards game. After Michael Jordan retired for a second time, he went and he became a Timberwolves fan. There you go, KG. And from there, he jumped to it, and now Boston Celtics fan. You have been on more teams than anybody else I know. So
I have been a Celtics fan since 2008.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And I have not changed. So that's what we at, like 12, 5, 17 years? 17 years, almost 2 decades of being a Celtics fan. So say what you want. I've been a Celtics fan since. So anyways, we're not going to talk about my who I've been a fan of and who I haven't been a fan of. I don't care. Let's talk about Mavericks and Thunder next. That is the first game tomorrow. Not Mavericks, sorry. What the hell? Mavericks didn't get in.
No. It's
Oh, did we just crack a joke?
Oh no. Nico. It's the Grizzlies, man. It's the
Grizzlies, man. All right.
Sorry guys, we forgot to update this. We thought in Nico we could trust, to get him into the playoffs, but nope, it didn't happen.
Ja Morant versus SGA. Oof, it's gonna be fun.
matchup. MVPs right there, man. These two guys going up against each other. Whew, man, who do you just sheerly put it on these two guys' shoulders? Whoever plays better out of them wins the series. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, whoever has the better series is going to win. Because, sure, OKC has Chet, right? Memphis has, well, I mean, they have the new guy. Well, they have their center, the rookie.
Zach
And they
Edey.
have
Zach
Edey.
Edey.
Yeah, they have him, he's been playing pretty well. I mean, but
He's huge.
and they have their power forward, who I'm blanking on. So bad. It's Memphis though.
Do you know how many points Shea averaged this year?
Jaren Jackson Jr. That's right. He's been playing well too. Yeah, how much has Shea averaged? Was it like 30 something?
32.5 points a game.
That's pretty good.
That is baller.
Yeah.
That is baller. And shout out to the Clippers because y'all traded him for Paul George. Okay, Paul George is no longer on your team, and you don't have Shea either. So, yeah, okay. Clippers
OKC,
go.
this one's interesting. I mean, I think OKC is going to get this done, but the West is tough, right? I mean, they get past them, then they're going to have to go up against the Clippers or the Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
They lose, right? If they lose in the second round again, like what do they do? Do they just continue bringing out the same team? Do they change the head coach? Or or do they go get Kevin Durant? Does he come home? Is Kevin Durant coming home to retire?
That would be something. It would almost be like a Cleveland, this is for you moment, you know? Who knows? That's interesting actually. I didn't think about that. The Phoenix.
Can you imagine if LeBron were to leave and go back to Cleveland and
a third time?
a third
Oh
time,
my God.
and then
Right.
Durant goes over to OKC. Both are, top tier teams in their conferences now. Imagine if they were both in the finals again.
That would be pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. That I honestly I wouldn't be mad at it to be honest.
I mean, they're gonna have to. OKC's gonna have to do something though. If they lose early in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Something's gonna change. Something big's gonna have to happen.
Yeah. OKC. So it's very interesting about OKC. They are
Young.
They're young. They're young. They're dynamic. They're good. They control like the next 5 years of the NBA draft. Sam Presti is by far the best general manager, I think, in all sports. I don't know anybody else who has done the things that this guy did. He does them in Oklahoma City, guys. Have you ever been to Oklahoma City? No, none of us have. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So Oklahoma City has a professional basketball team. It's very difficult to have, big name players go there. Sam Presti drafts these guys.
Yeah.
He built this team. He's traded for guys like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Shea was I would say, third or fourth option on the Clippers at the time. He saw greatness in him. He knew what he was getting before he got it. The Clippers didn't even know what they had. The Clippers they wanted Kawhi, they wanted Paul George, they wanted to set that thing up. Steve Ballmer wants to get, to the finish line and not the start. So Sam Presti, man, I trust him. If he was the GM of any team, they're definitely going to have a record similar to this. That being said, I cannot go against Oklahoma City, Oklahoma here. I mean, who do you think? What do you got?
I want to say one more thing about the Thunder. They're a very young team, and they have some stars. They remind me of the Celtics. The Celtics that went to the finals and lost to Golden State. Golden State brought veteran leadership. They had a team that had won before. It's different when you know how to win in big games like that. The Celtics, Jason Tatum was new to it. Even they've got to, so they've had plenty of runs at the finals, right, leading up to that, but they didn't have, and they played in big games, but nothing like the finals. The finals is different. The Thunder are there. I think that's going to be the problem. I think that they don't have experience. They need experience. You only get experience when you lose.
You're true. I mean, it's very true, but why do you have to always go back to Celtics? I don't get it. Like, what is it? Like, why do you have to compare everybody to the Celtics?
I don't know, because we're always in it,
Trash.
We're always in it. Okay. Who do I got? I got the Thunder. I think they finished this out in 5. I think a regular season wasn't necessarily a fluke.
They're wire to wire.
I'm more interested to see how they compete in the next round. But okay, let's move on to my Celtics. Magic versus Celtics. All right, let's make this quick.
Magic, let's go Magic.
Let's make this quick. The only thing I personally am concerned about is Jaylen Brown's knee injury. He took an injection into his knee. I don't know if it's pain relieving, but injection. That doesn't sound good, right? I mean, personally, I probably would just let him rest this series. They don't need him. They can probably still sweep the Magic. Yeah, get the brooms out now. I mean, every Celtics fan, get the brooms out.
Oh my god!
Just start sweeping. Just start sweeping. Get ready. This series is already a wrap before it starts. Let's go.
Yeah, I played the 5th on this one. I'm not going to choose.
Okay, you're telling me the Magic can win one game? They can win one game.
Yeah, of course.
Name one player on the Magic right now. Don't look at your screens. Don't look right here. Don't look at your screens.
Franz Wagner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's their power forward or center. The big man. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No. He's. I mean, they got a good team. It's a young team. They squeaked into the playoffs. It's going to be interesting because when they do win, I'm going to jump back on here and I'll be like, so.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Nah, and the Celtics have they have all the experience. They have everything going for them right now. Jason Tatum, I mean, he's unbelievable. If I could choose one player in the NBA to build a franchise around, it's Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is the just pros pro. Unbelievable player. It's very difficult to get. Oh, I'm sorry, Luka. My bad. Luka. That's who I would choose, man. All right, let's keep it rolling here, man. Let's jump over to the next one. We got the Heat and the Cavs.
Let's note this: the Heat are the first 10th seed to get in to the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
I think the Cavs are in trouble. I think he's cooking something up like he did a couple seasons ago. I think he knows how to get his team ready.
Spo's cooking up.
Play it once. They don't have Jimmy. They don't have Jimmy, but they got Spo.
We shall see. This is going to be a good series. I mean, I haven't really watched too much of the Cavs this year. I just know they're a wire to wire, number 1 seed. But they look good. They play as a pretty dynamic team, very difficult to match up against. And the Heat are coming off, losing some, big time guys. Jimmy Butler's no longer on that team. This is the first playoff series they're not going to have him in, I think, about 3 or 4 years. So can Tyler Hero make it happen? I don't think so.
They have Andrew Wiggins. They have Andrew Wiggins. Two-way ball Wiggins, who is now
number 1 pick Cleveland.
Nope.
Number 1 pick Cleveland. Let's go.
Andrew Wiggins. He's not
number 1 pick.
He's not a slouch. I'll tell you that.
He's played well the last few years, especially when he was with Golden State Warriors. But I mean, you could toss you or me on the Golden State Warriors, and we could look good.
They got two All-Stars. They have Bam and they have Tyler. I mean, Tyler Hero awful last night. Apart from that one, 3-point play in overtime. Fourth quarter, like he was just so bad, so atrocious. Like I was screaming at the TV, trade this guy, bench him, do something, Spo, because he's literally going to lose you this game. This guy does not have it when you need it most. Who I would like to see is what's his name, Jamie Jacques Jr.
Okay, Jaime, I think
Jaime. He's I like him. He's good. But I don't know.
You talking about Jaime Hawkins? That guy's out of UCLA, dude. He's a baller. They went to the Final Four with him, man. He's one of those guys that Pat Riley just picks up, dude. I don't know how he does it. So Jaime Hawkins was drafted the pick after the Lakers draft pick, and it's like, dude, come on. That guy was a homegrown guy. You guys got to watch him in Westwood. Like, why would you take a guy like that? He took his team to the Final Four, and Pat Riley just comes in with this slick hair.
Yeah. I mean, you want winners. This guy's a winner, right? I mean, Bam's a winner. The regular season wasn't that great for them, but I think they're starting to figure it out now at the right time. Yeah. And they have that same core that got, that when they beat the Bucks, the number 1 seed. You remember that? A couple seasons ago with Jimmy? Playoff Jimmy?
Playoff Jimmy.
All right. He's not there anymore, but I think they can still get this done. I some reason the Cavs just don't scare me. Mitchell, take him out. Seems. I mean, they're going to put Andrew Wiggins on him. Wiggins is a nightmare on defense. Like he's going to play really well. He's long. He's a problem.
I don't know why you're so high on Wiggins right now. I've never heard you talk about Wiggins before in my whole life. So this is
I always like Wiggins. I always like Wiggins.
Very weird to me.
Come on, I always like Wiggins. All right. Who you got?
I got Wiggins on. Just kidding.
How many games and who are you picking?
I got the Cavs. I think it's a straight sweep.
Okay. I got the Heat. I think it goes 6 games.
You think the Heat are going to do the 1-8 or the 1-10?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! If that really comes to fruition,
you called it right here. Golden Brews.
Hey man,
Harry from the Golden Brews called it. Yep. Man, actually, I might actually place a bet on it.
Odds are gonna forever not in your favor in that one.
Yeah, I know, but imagine the winnings, right? If they are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. Warriors Rockets. Playoff Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy.
This is my favorite first round matchup.
Yeah.
This is for sure. I was debating between the Knicks and the Pistons, but this one is it. Dillon Brooks, Draymond Green, they are like two planets on a collision course. Their gravitational pull just brings them together each and every time. Like it doesn't matter if it's he's on the Grizzlies and he's on the Warriors or he's on the Rockets and so on and so forth. It's just these two guys.
Yeah,
it's like it's not the playoffs until they see each other. And Draymond Green, he's getting to the to that end of life in NBA, but he still plays with the passion that he had back at Michigan State.
Yeah,
when he was playing for Tom Izzo. Dillon Brooks, man, he wants. I wouldn't say he wants to be, but he's trying to get on that same or similar level as Draymond Green. Draymond Green is a Hall of Fame player. Dillon Brooks wants to be that next Draymond, in my opinion.
Does he want to be the next Draymond? Man, I don't know about that. I know one thing. Dana White, you need viewers in the UFC. Sign both these guys.
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, can you imagine the press conference? Can the NBA start doing this where they have the best players? Like they have Steph, they have Draymond, and then on the other side, they have. Can you imagine that? Like Mike Silver, can you do this for us? Like, can you have Dylan? This would be great.
I could just see Dylan Brooks saying something to Draymond saying, "Who the heck is that guy?"
Oh man, yeah, I could totally see that moment. But yeah, this matchup is going to be great. We're really lucky to have an opportunity to see both of these players. I don't know who's going to get kicked out of the, are ejected from the first game. Is it going to be game one? I wonder who do you think is going to get the first technical, Draymond or Dylan?
I go Draymond because Dylan, he has this ability to get under your skin, and Draymond, doesn't take that kind of stuff. So I feel like they're gonna get tangled up. One guy's gonna be holding an arm or something, and he's gonna shove it over, knock the guy over, and then he's gonna be like, "What happened was." Right, so there's something's gonna give, and it's gonna be really interesting.
It reminds me of Malone and Rodman.
That was so funny. But yeah, they're moments in the NBA Finals. Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman just constantly just falling over each other, and they couldn't even get down the floor without knocking one another over. It was hilarious. But
let me see if I can pull up.
You're talking about Hall of Fame players right there, bro. I don't see Dylan Brooks even in the same breath as any of those guys.
I mean, sure, maybe not right now, but Draymond, he's been on. He's great. Don't get me wrong, but I'd say he's good, right? He wasn't the type like Rodman to go out and get 20 rebounds in a game. Rodman was incredibly talented.
Very special player.
Draymond is an agitator. He's an incredible agitator. He agitates his opponents.
The only guy I knew that could get rebounds like Dennis Rodman was Ben Wallace. Yeah. Ben Wallace was the only other guy I ever saw get rebounds that way. Oh, here we go. Speaking of podcasts, you guys please subscribe.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. He shoved his armpit in his face, man. That's disgusting.
And he just keeps coming forward. Let me smell it.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I can't. Okay. The other thing that I think we should note here, right before the regular season ended, they did play one final time. These two teams, the Rockets were victorious in that matchup. At the end of the game, actually, I should say Steph Curry had 4 points in that game. 4 points. He had 4 points. I don't remember when was the last time that I saw Steph score 4 points or under 10 points, if that. I mean, this is the greatest scorer in the NBA's history.
Maybe in elementary school.
Exactly. Udoka, the coach of the Rockets, obviously had a game plan. Be physical, and if they complain, be more physical. Right? Yeah. At the end of the game, they had a bit of an altercation. I'll show that quickly here. This was very interesting. Here we go. You got Steph coming over. Udoka's walking over. Says a few words to Steph. Oh, man. The series is going to bring it.
Oh, yeah. I think the goal for the Rockets is just to agitate the heck out of the Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't, but the Rockets are a better team on paper, record-wise. The only thing I think about the Warriors that they have going for them is they're the Warriors. Yeah. They're a dynasty. They've been that box office team that we've been fortunate enough to watch. The last 10 years. It's very hard to pick against them. That's why I'm not picking against them. I'm taking the Warriors in this one, man. So, what are your thoughts?
Before I give my pick, if Steph Curry goes in, wins a championship, gets his 5th one, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a real tough conversation for some Laker fans, Cavalier fans, Heat fans, LeBron fans. Steph has eclipsed LeBron in the GOAT rankings.
I mean, I don't see the Warriors getting that far, but for the sake of argument, let's say that did happen, championships trump a lot of things. So, um, yeah, there definitely will be conversations to be had if that happens, especially with a team like the Warriors have now, because the team that they have is not the Warriors. It's not the Splash Brothers, right? It's Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond. It's just the crew, right? It's these guys that have been put together now. Three future Hall of Famers, coached by Steve Kerr, who pretty much just says, "Go and have fun." Uh, so, you know, yeah, I can't see the Warriors not getting past the Rockets. This is going to be a Rock'em Sock'em type of series. Uh, I'm telling you, if you guys are going to watch any games, this is one you cannot miss for sure.
This is Udoka's finals. He knows he's not winning a championship this year.
Yeah,
it's personal for Udoka. He lost to when he was with the Celtics to Steph Curry in the finals. This is personal. He wants this. He wants Steph Curry out. I don't think he's going to get it. I think Steph Curry and the Warriors are going to win this series, and I think they're going to beat them in. I want an interesting series. I want to say 6. I don't know. I think they can do it in 5. I think I got the Warriors in 5. I think they get it done.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very, very locked in series. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I mean, it's not a surprise, but like, I think the Rockets will take game 1. And it'll be a very dramatic game 1. Game 2, I think the Warriors come back, they lock in, they take it, and then it goes back to Golden State, goes back to San Francisco.
Yeah. All right. Man, we covered a lot. So this is I can't wait to watch these games. The Bucks are getting annihilated as we speak right now. I don't know if you saw the score, but I think they're down close to 20.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, there was close in the beginning moments, but holy Moses, it is it's 74-47 right now. That's it's over. Sorry.
Kyle Kuzma, 17 minutes, 0 points. Why is this guy still in the league?
Let's go, baby. X Factor, baby. X Factor. Let's go. X Factor.
Oh man, I remember when some Lakers fans were saying he's better than Jason Tatum. Come on. What's Barkley say? Come on.
Guarantee.
Oh man, this is. I mean, shoot, the Pacers are making Bucks look like barbecue chicken.
Oh man. When you're down low, banging a guy,
you know. Oh man, that was probably the best ever clip.
Oh man, that's what's cool about the playoffs, man. We get to see these guys, talk about these matchups and just really get into it. And as a Laker fan, I haven't been this excited about the playoffs since Kobe played. Yeah. Because when Kobe was on the Lakers, there wasn't a series you didn't think you could win.
Are you saying that you weren't excited with LeBron? Is that what you're trying to say here? Like, I mean, LeBron wasn't good enough for you?
LeBron is great. But there's just a different there's just something different in the atmosphere with Luka. I it's hard to explain it. I don't really know how I can. It's just you see the passion that he plays with.
Luka's a killer. Like Luka is a killer.
We talked about this before about like those guys that are feared, right? When they step on the court. And I just there isn't a dull moment with Luka. He could go off in any game. It's similar to LeBron, but Luka just has a different gear.
Yeah.
And I wish Kobe was around to witness this. The last game that Kobe got to watch with Gigi courtside, Luka was actually playing against the Lakers in that match, and I heard a cool story that Luka was like, "Yeah, there was somebody yelling at me in Serbian," and I looked back, and it was Kobe. Kobe, Kobe's he's just a savant, and it's gonna be really great to see, the passion that he plays with in the playoffs. I'm very very excited, very very fortunate. What a fortunate moment we find ourselves in.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good weekend. So, all right, let's sign off. Episode 13 is complete, and I'm gonna go watch some basketball right now. I'm going to Philly.
Enjoy the playoffs, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This is episode 13 of the Golden Brews Podcast. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Please do so. Just kidding.
Click the button.
Click the button. Follow us, please, on Instagram, X, Twitter. Our full episodes are available on YouTube. We cannot do this without your guys' help. We appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. We are completing this episode, and then we got another one. Our draft special, the NFL draft special, will be coming up in the next couple days. Please watch out for that.
Yeah, look out for our mock drafts. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah. Bill Kuiper, we're coming for you.
All right. See you, everyone.
All right. Bye.